Hello, welcome to Going with the Flow. I have a new friend here with me today, Miss Rita. We're going to talk all about her in just a little bit, but a couple of things. So it's been raining a lot in San Antonio and our little studio got flooded, and unfortunately it burned out our Going with the Flow light. So it will be on next week. I'm very devastated. Rita was like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not. So we're working on that. Joey's going to do some research. And also, if you have not been paying attention to the sports world, it is World Cup.
Yes.
And everybody's all about World Cup right now. Me, not so much, but I try to get into it for Marisa, my co-host, because her son plays soccer.
Oh, yes.
And so that's partially why she's not here today. She went to like the game to see the team, Portugal. And Joey, what's his name? Ronaldo something. See, I don't even know.
Yeah.
He's like, but he's good looking. I should know his name. So that's where Marisa is in Houston. And you graciously agreed to come on today. And I'm so excited to talk about your product, Honey Roots. So yay! So let's talk about it. And everybody, we're going to post all her information online. She's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So today we are calling this session Going with the Flow, Honey, Hustle, and Heart.
Oh, I
How
love
about that, right? Cute.
That's so cute.
I know.
Steal it.
Okay, so I'm gonna plagiarism a little bit.
Okay.
I saw on your Facebook page that you have artisan
Yes.
sourdough, organic, intentional wellness shots, which I need to know about, real ingredients only, and you're rooted in the community.
Yes. That's
And
correct.
you have like some main products, but then like you have spin-offs from that,
Yes,
right? So
that's correct.
a main product is your sourdough bread, and then you have cinnamon rolls,
Yes.
and then these wellness shots and juices, which we
Correct.
have to talk about. I'm not doing any shots today, people, but we're going to talk about this. So tell us a little bit about your story, Rita. How did you get into this? Why the name Honey Roots? And let's just start there.
Just start there.
Yeah.
Well, first, thank you for having me.
You are very
I really
welcome.
appreciate it. And glad to be here. But really, the way my journey started was probably not the best, right? Probably about 4 years ago, I went through some really life-changing events.
Mhm.
And, being in corporate America, leading teams and
Yes.
groups, you got to have your head in the game at all times. There's no time to have downtime, right?
No,
And
I can
so-
relate.
when you have all that going on, I got really sick. I got
Oh,
really
no.
sick. My health took a turn. Going into menopause at the same time. So just a lot of moving parts were happening. And I just had this collapse. And I do believe in, the wellness world and things like that. You need kind of those bridge medications
Sure.
and things. And so went down that road to get the help I needed. But a friend had mentioned to me and said, be careful. And I'm like, be careful? Why do I got to be careful? And they're like, well, I just want you to be careful because sometimes medications can lead to other side effects. And then you end
Sure.
up in another medication.
Right.
And then another medication.
Take care of that
Right.
side effect and so on.
But at the time I was in such a place where I just needed that help.
Uh-huh.
So I did it. And then one day I was brushing my teeth
Uh-huh.
and I looked at my countertop and I had about 8 to 9 medications sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been somebody who's never taken medication. So
Uh-huh.
it was an aha moment for me.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, I need to change this.
Okay.
Like I needed it. It helped me. I need to get back to me.
Okay.
And so I just started diving into researching, understanding. I went down a rabbit hole and found a doctor. He was a chiropractor.
Okay.
And I have a very dear friend who's a chiropractor. And she had been putting in my ear, like, you really need to go back to the roots of the land.
Uh-huh.
And I did a detox. I did this program for like 6 months, detoxing my body. But it was very, very
Did you get off
expensive.
all of your medication?
I got off of
did you
everything.
go cold turkey?
No.
Okay. I was
did
going to
not
say, 'cause,
go-
like
I
some
did
of
not
these,
go turkey.
the side
Yeah.
effects, if you're not weaning
Yeah.
off,
No, I did not. But I thought that if I kind of do the things I need to do on the right side,
Mhm.
the left side will close in.
Right.
Like eventually I'll close the gap.
Right.
And so I started to detox my home.
Uh-huh.
I went room by room,
Uh-huh.
starting with the bedroom, living room. Kitchen was the most expensive
Yeah.
because that's where all our cooking utensils and things are at. But I literally started to really educate myself and learn. And then it went into, how do we get things from the earth to help our bodies work the way they were intended to work?
Okay,
right?
so I got to stop you.
Okay.
Tell me how you detoxed your room. Like,
So
just little things.
I'll
Because
give
that's
you one,
interesting.
because it was interesting.
I mean,
for
you
me
know,
too.
the food is a no-brainer, and almost the restroom is too, right? With chemicals and things that we put on ourselves and all that. But
okay. So, for example, in a bedroom, scented candles.
Oh
We all love our Bath and Body Works, and maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but
it's okay. I know.
I was the girl in line for the 6 for
whatever many.
That was me twice a year,
Right.
to set my annual sales. I ain't hating, and nor am I judging anybody,
No, of
because
course
we're all on our own journey,
Right.
and that was my journey at the time, and I was that girl. So, I was like, oh my God, when I educated myself on what's in them when we burn them and what it does to our hormones, and especially us women that we are entering, menopause right now. And at the time I was already in it, but I wasn't post.
Okay.
I'm like, what? Why didn't I do this sooner? Oh my God, I didn't educate myself. And so candles is one. Makeup is in our drawers. The things that are in our makeup and our skin, let's be I never really paid attention. Our skin is the largest organ in our body.
Right.
And we lather it up with lotions.
Yes.
Makeup.
Guilty.
Sunscreen.
Guilty.
Me too. I was guilty too.
Rita, we talk about this on all our podcasts. But you know what? That's interesting that you say that. So, okay, let me ask you about the candles, because we have a good friend. I think you've met Sandy before. She's also friends with our friend Lizzie. And so, Lizzie, thank you for introducing us to Rita. I forgot to give a shout out to Lizzie. But she is actually making candles.
Yes.
And they're all organic, and just like she's a chemist.
Wonderful.
She loves chemistry, but I mean, she really invests in her products, and they're almost, they're a little bit more, pricier than the, get 6 for $24, right? I mean, one of hers goes for probably like $32.
Yeah.
And it's not as big and giant, but it's good. I mean, it's real good, and it's good product. Yes, exactly. Okay. So when you stopped the candles, did you notice a difference?
Absolutely. One, your sensitivity will change to the things that you smell.
Okay.
But I did, and I can't say that one particular thing fixed me.
Fixed you. Okay.
Because I think it's all of it.
Okay.
Has a piece.
Okay.
And I do share that with people, because people do tend to get really hard on themselves. Like, oh, I bought the wrong thing. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, one of the things I learned is you don't go for best, go for better.
Right.
Just go for better. And if you make steps forward for better, you'll get there. Your body's going to thank you. Your health's going to thank you. You'll get there.
Okay.
It's all the little changes, because let's be real. It's not all it's not that one hamburger I ate, or it's not that one bad candle I burnt. It's pure, full of chemicals. It's everything together.
Yes.
That is what's really toxic for us. And so, same thing, when you go in reverse, you used the word reverse earlier. When you go in reverse, you'll get there too. It's just go in reverse and start undoing a little bit here and there, and you'll get the full package later, and you'll start to feel the change in your body. You'll start to feel the change in your skin. You'll start to feel the change in your the brain fog, and things like that. And so it's a whole journey. But that's what started it. And that's what started my organic juicing.
Okay. So real quick, because we're going to come back, but okay. From the moment that you did the house, and then you did the restroom, right? And then we're going to come back to the food. How long was that process before you got to the food? Before you got to the food, 1 year?
Yes, 1 year.
Holy cow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to come right back, and we're going to talk nothing except food, because I'm dying to eat these breads. I'm like, I wasn't even hungry. Now I'm like, you can smell them. No candles are here.
We'll do that. Well, it's a fresh sour.
Okay. We will be right back with our friend Rita from Honey Roots in just a bit. Okay, you're back, and on the little break, I drilled Rita about everything in her life. So it's really been more than a few seconds, but we're gonna have Rita back to really just kind of take us through some things in life. But we are here today to talk about honey roots. And so tell me a little bit about how you came up with the name, how you got started in this. Yeah, let's
Okay,
hear
I
about
love
it.
that. That's probably one of my favorite parts to talk about because honey roots. So going back to the earth and the land and what God gave us to, in the beginning before everything else to heal our bodies and to nourish our bodies, roots,
Right.
it comes from the ground. So that I knew I had roots,
Mm-hmm.
but like what else, right? Well, my grandson calls me Honey. That's my name.
Oh.
So people all know me. Some
Uh-huh.
people know me as Honey.
Yeah.
And, like his cousins call me Honey.
Oh,
like
God, that's so cute.
So it was just it's me.
Yeah.
But it's not Rita. It's
Right.
Honey.
Right.
And Roots, and
Yeah.
they kind of just meshed together.
It's the new Rita.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
yeah. With your life-changing things and your endearment, term of endearment from
exactly my
your
endearment to my grandson. And so I was just like, what a way to put those together.
Absolutely.
And that's how Honey Roots was.
Wow.
How the business name of the LLC came about.
That's so crazy. I love it.
And nobody had it. So I was like, yeah, that's mine.
I know. You were easy to find on Facebook. I want to put it out there.
Fine.
Okay, so now we know the way about how Honey Roots came to be, the name. You want to tell a little bit more about your story, how you got there?
Sure. So it was due to becoming very ill, getting sick, having a very significant, it was a very turning time for me.
Mm-hmm.
From a medical sense. And, I've had friends and, in the medical profession or whatnot that have kind of been like, they've given me bits and pieces, but I never really tied it all together. And until I went through my detoxing program. But one of the things that stood out to me about the detoxing program is I thought not everybody can afford this.
Right.
And I mean, I even kind of
Yeah.
I kind of even cringed a little bit when
for sure.
The price of what I paid to go through the program. But of course, it was warranted. Like I had a coach every week.
Right.
She would meet with me every week, and we go through things, and they take you through phases, of your home, your health, your environment, your eating. I mean, just everything. And so it was definitely worth it, but I kept going back to like, how does like my mom get this? How do my sisters get it? How do my friends get this? Not everybody
can get it.
Yes. And those are the people that probably need it most, right?
Because and matter to you.
Yeah. Right? And so, that then took me down the road of how do I make something that I can do every day, right? Just a baby step every day to introduce into my life and my body something healthy that will help build my immunity and my overall health, right? And that's how my organic juice shots came about. But it was perfect timing. I always think that God has his hand in it because I wouldn't have made them or created my formula and just even my process had I not gone through the program I went through, because now things matter to me. I don't use plastic cutting boards. There's no microplastics. When I learned about microplastics and how much plastic we consume on a daily, in other things, I think we eat like a credit card a month or something like that worth of plastic, and don't even realize it.
Holy cow!
I could be wrong. Don't come for me. I said it wrong, but there's like statistics out there about that. Of like how long it takes before we eat a full credit card worth of plastic.
Wow!
And just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. And so things like that, I was like, I can only control what happens in my home. I can't control what happens at the restaurant. I can't control what happens at my tias or whatever, but I can control what happens in my home. So we only use clean products. I source everything. I research everything, and I don't use microplastics. So that is how that came about. And so
your wellness shots and your juices, that was your first entry?
That was my entry into this journey.
Very cool.
That started that. And then I didn't eat bread anymore, and I didn't eat pasta because of the inflammation it would give me.
Okay.
So I was not a bread eater or a pasta eater, only because of the way I felt the next day, until we went to France. Me and my wife took a trip to Paris, and how can you be in Paris and not have a croissant?
Right?
Like, you know, like,
if you were to tell me that, I was be like, I'm done. I'm done.
how do you do that?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I was like, I'm going to take one for the team here and
Yeah.
I'm going to have a croissant. But I know, I even told my wife, I was like, look, I'm probably not going to be able to walk tomorrow. The 10
Yeah.
miles a day we
Right.
walk, it's going to
The
hurt.
weight's gonna
I'm
come
going
and
to
set in on
hurt
you.
my inflammation. So I did it in anticipation that I was going to hurt the next day. I was fine. Like,
Because Europeans do it so much better than Americans.
Yes.
They do.
They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They do it right. They know what they're doing. I was like, oh my God, I want pasta tonight.
Right,
Let's see
yeah.
what happens. I ate pasta.
Let's see what
Nothing happened. Nothing
No
happened. I
way.
was walking like I normally do. No inflammation, nothing. And so I was just like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
There is something here. Why can I eat bread here and I can't eat bread at home?
Right.
I grew up, I'm a Hispanic,
Mhm.
you know, all we have are tortillas
Mm-hmm.
and
Pan dulce.
pan dulce and the bread at the store, you know,
Right.
that you just get off the shelf.
Right.
I never knew of what sourdough was. I never tasted sourdough. I knew nothing about it. So I went off into my research phase and my wife had a business and we were doing like a home and garden show
Okay.
and I was bored and there was a woman there taking sign up to do classes on how to do sourdough.
Okay.
And I thought, well, I have
Why
nothing
not?
else to do. Let me
Right?
do this. Oh my God. Life changing.
Yeah.
Life changing. She was selling a product like a green
Uh-huh.
powder product, but that's what she was doing to get people in. And thank God for her because if I wish I knew her information because I would give her a shout out. But thank God for her because she's the one that taught me and educated me and really put me on that path of this is the bread that not do I just want, I need in my life because it's also going to give me benefits and it's going to help my
Yeah.
system. And so I went not knowing what the heck I was doing, jumped right in and we started doing sourdough. And then
I love sourdough bread, but I don't know if the sourdough bread I eat is this. I mean, I can't wait to try this bread.
you know, and I'm still struggling because
Yeah.
people, I am on my LLC, you have to
Mhm.
categorize yourself as a
Uh-huh.
business. And I'm like, I'm not a baker.
Right.
And they're like, no, you are a baker. You bake bread. And I'm like, but I've never seen myself as a baker.
Right.
They're like, that's your business.
Yeah.
you are.
get it.
You are a baker.
I
And
get
so I'm categorized as a
Mhm.
baker, but to me, it's way more than that. Like it's not. I mean, and I'm not discrediting any bakers out there,
Uh-huh.
but meaning that I didn't go down that road, but
Mhm.
it kind of led me there. And there's more to it. There's more to honey roots, and so then that just like led one thing to another, and that took me down my journey.
Yeah.
Where we are today, and our menu's now like 9 flavors
I know.
long and growing.
I
because
know.
I still get requests, and I have to work on it because I continuously get requests for other juices.
Uh-huh.
People love the product, and I want to give them more, but I don't want to compromise my product.
You shouldn't.
And it's
Yeah.
really hard to do like, the watermelon and all that
I know,
without
like the basics work.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
or your core,
Yeah.
right? Like why change it?
Yeah. So
Well,
that's my
talk to
struggle
us
there.
a little bit about the bread. I do want to hear more about the juices, but talk to us about the breads because I need to try it.
Okay, so for me,
So does Joey.
no, thank you. Bread. So a lot of things I hear, and I'm not an expert because I'm still learning and growing.
Mhm.
But a lot of
In
things,
a little bit.
a lot of things that I hear about bread is like, oh, the inflammation,
Uh-huh.
or I can't have too much bread because of the flour, or the gluten. Right? We have a lot of gluten, gluten free,
Uh-huh.
people who can't tolerate gluten. And so what I've learned about sourdough is that sourdough bread, it's a living, like, it's not just flour. First of all, they're clean ingredients.
Okay.
Simple, clean ingredients.
What do you mean when you say clean? And can I go ahead and
Yes.
grab a bite?
D-
What
dive
did you
in.
choose? We have a
We have a
cranberry?
jalapeno cheddar.
Okay.
And we have a cranberry walnut.
Okay.
Joey, what do you want?
Come grab one. Okay.
That one's like my
Are
favorite.
you okay if I grab it? Or you want to come?
Well, I kind
You
of
come grab it.
had to when it was
You come and
coming
grab
up.
it.
But so first and foremost, clean ingredients. What that means is you don't have preservatives in this bread. So it's not going to sit. And if you see me on Facebook, I sometimes will do things like where I'll have a piece of bread
Mhm.
on the counter and then my bread on the counter or sourdough on the counter. One will mold. This one will mold within five days. It's going to start molding. it's going to break down as it should. As it should, because that means that your stomach and your gut, when you eat it, it breaks down
It's
easier.
delicious.
It breaks down as it should. Your body doesn't have to work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
The bread on the left, which is going to probably be your store-bought bread, has preservatives in it so that it has shelf life.
Well, you want it to last,
You
right?
want it to
I mean, I
last.
get it.
And think about it. That's how we buy. And again, I'm not. And
No, you're not judging anybody. Yeah.
Because I did that. I would go buy for the whole month.
Mm-hmm.
I would go buy food for the whole month, and it would last, and then some.
Right.
But I don't do that anymore because I needed to break down, and I need simple, clean ingredients in it. And so now my grocery store trips are much shorter. And if I could grow everything, I would, but I just don't. But they're not a month long. Let me go to Costco and buy for a couple of months. They break down. Your gut can break it down. Your body breaks it down. It's not working so hard. It's not on overdrive trying to do this, right? We're just being kinder to our body. And then secondly, the way it has starter in it. So it's just flour.
Uh-huh.
And I use the artisan bread flour.
Mhm.
So it's got a higher protein percentage.
Mm-hmm.
It's got salt, a tablespoon of salt. It's got water. And I use purified clean water. I make sure I get all the bleach out and all that other stuff that's in our waters.
Great.
It's got clean water, and then it's got your starter, and your starter is a living, breathing, live microorganism growing. So it's bubbly,
Mm-hmm.
it's breathing. I need to give it air. I need to let it have air. It's breathing, and you feed it. You'll hear a lot of sourdough people say, "I got to feed my starter." My mother, they name it. I gotta feed, Consuelo or whatever.
Right.
You gotta feed it because that bacteria that's in there, it feeds off of the flour, the gluten, and that's why not all, but a lot of people who can't tolerate gluten will eat sourdough before anything else because it's already broken down.
I prefer sourdough. Just not everybody has sourdough. Now, if I go to the restaurant and they're having sourdough, again, I don't know if it's wonderful earth-rooted sourdough, but I've always been a preferred sourdough person.
And it probably has a starter in it, which has that bacteria. And again, you can fact check me or whatnot because I'm still learning, but what I've read is that the bacteria in the sourdough starter is the same bacteria when moms breastfeed their babies.
Mm-hmm.
That bacteria that they carry that they carry over to their babies that builds their immunity, which has cancer fighting benefits for generations, is that same bacteria that's in the starter. It's called like lactobacillus or something like that. So there's just so much benefit to eating this bread. It's good and it fills our bellies, but you're also building your immunity and you're helping your immunity when you're eating, and gut when you're eating sourdough bread, because you're getting that bacteria, you're getting those benefits from it.
This is delicious. Okay, so Joey, chime in, but tell us a little bit. I mean, are these your top sellers?
They are.
And how long does it take to make? How much?
Good question.
Yeah.
Because it's a labor of love.
I know. Well, when I was confirming with you yesterday, you're like, yep, I'm just, I'm getting this and that. And I was like, what? Wow.
Well, and you mentioned, and I want to give your girlfriend a shout out that makes the candles and stuff, because, people like a lot of times will say, well, God, it's just a little more expensive, but these things are like when you make it from home and scratch, the time and the labor that goes into it.
Right.
People don't see, and that's why I'm trying to do more videos and stuff, because I want people to be invited into my kitchen, my space, and I want them to see like what goes into this, how much love is poured into this bread, that I love seeing at people's table for dinner. But so you start it the day before.
Okay.
And so when I say start it, what I mean is you take from your mother, you take some of that starter and you feed it, and you put flour and water, and you let it ferment, and so it's got to ferment, and that takes about 4 to 5 hours. And so it ferments. Once it peaks, it's ready. Then that's when you start the process for the dough.
Okay.
That's when you take it and then you pour it into a bigger container, and then you add your flour, your water, and you mix it and you make your dough. Now you're making your dough. Once you make your dough, you then let it set. And what we do is we call them, you'll hear people call them coil folds. You'll hear them call them tug and tucks. You'll hear them say, oh, I got to go, tuck my bread or whatever, because you do 4 of those and and you can do them whenever. A lot of people set a timer and things like that, but you got to do 4 of those throughout the day. And then you let it sit overnight.
Yeah.
Because
my daughter-in-law makes, from scratch, cinnamon rolls. And I mean, we just die for them, and they're worth the wait.
They're worth the wait. It's kind of similar to that, because cinnamon rolls are a long process too. We've done those and they're a long process. And then I let it proof overnight. And I get up in the morning and she's big and bubbly, and you'll see that on my videos on Facebook where I'll shake it and she's all jiggly. But it's so cool because when you shake her, all the gases that are in it start to come up and these big bubbles form. And it's just it's just amazing experience. It's an amazing experience.
Do you do like parties to show people how to?
Yeah. So I do classes. I did them and then I stopped. And now I'm working on my space, right? We're converting our garage to our micro bakery so that I could set up tables and stuff. And I can also do classes.
Okay.
But I have done one-on-ones where I go to people's houses and they bring 3-4 girlfriends,
I love it.
Bring some wine or whatever. And I bring everything.
Okay.
I bring everything. I even bring a starter for everybody to take home. And then I'm there for support. And I even have like step-by-step, sheet of what to do, because the next day is when I then do all my shaping. I shape all my breads. I add my inclusions. That's your cranberry or jalapenos, whatever. I add all that. I shape, and then I bake. And that baking, because right now I'm using a double oven. I do 4 breads at a time.
Okay.
At 35 to 45 minutes, depending on the size. If I'm doing 40 loaves of bread, you do the math on how many hours that takes me to get done. I'm up to 2-3 o'clock in the morning, because then you got to give it 2 hours to cool before you could slice it. If not, it gets gummy, and dense. So I got to give it 2 hours to rest. And then I start doing all my slicing. And I used to manually slice them with a cranking thing. And I finally said, I need to get a commercial slicer. And now I feed it in this big machine and it slices it for me. But I had to make that investment so that
There's some things you need to buy the commercial thing for.
Yes.
And then there's some things no.
Yes. Yes.
This is so like not even in comparison, but I make it excellent. Yeah, please. It's so good.
I like watching
What nuts are in here?
I'm sorry?
The nuts?
They're walnuts.
They don't even taste like walnuts. I know.
Those are walnuts.
No.
And let me tell you.
But some
Yes, I know my sister does too. Now, let me tell you, even my ingredients, because I do a dark chocolate with sea salt. You'd never think that bread and dark chocolate. Oh my God.
Really?
With some warm butter on that. And we make homemade butter, of course, too. And I use that Ghirardelli. Ghirardelli's like everything I do. I even make sure my inclusions are like top notch.
Yeah.
Like again, if I'm going to put it in my body, it's got to be good. I'm going to make sure it's good for your body too, And so
what I was going to tell you is I make an amazing potato salad. Okay. Probably all the bad things.
To try it.
But I have to do it by hand. I don't buy pickles that are cut already. I don't buy olives that are cut. I mean, it's about the slicing and the juice and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. So did you know a little tidbit fact? I'm all about little facts, and maybe you can fact check me. I'm always, like I told my friend, educate me. I used to buy the pre-shredded cheese. And then I learned that it's got a coating, like wax coating.
Of course.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Like grating your cheese is so much more.
I had no idea.
Oh, it tastes so good.
Me too.
I'm not going to say that I don't buy the shredded cheese because it's just faster when I've got.
When you got 10 minutes to get something done.
Exactly.
So we had to cut doing that.
And
these little hands, for 40 loaves of bread, we're shredding cheese because I will not compromise that. Like, I'm not. And of course, I went to my family. I'm like, never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it anymore. Like, this is what I learned. Because again, you don't know, and nobody's gonna flash a card and say,
Yeah.
look at the poison I'm putting in your body.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna do that.
Exactly.
You got to do it yourself and
Yeah.
figure it out. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay. Well, we're going to take
Yeah.
a little break because this is just great information. I'm telling you guys, this bread is ridiculous. Okay.
Thank you.
So when we come back, I really want to talk about your products, how we can find them, how much they cost, and where you see yourself going from here.
Okay.
And I got to do my little rapid fire with you because that's always so fun.
Okay.
Okay. We will be right back. So good, right, Joey? Okay, I hope everybody has been schooled by our friend Rita here. I've learned so much. Thank you, because that's not even what this was supposed to be about, right? And so Rita's agreed to come back and teach us more and educate us more,
Yes, of
because we
course.
want to be, we don't necessarily need the best, we want to be better, right? Okay, so we've got to talk about your products.
Okay.
Where can we get them? How much do they cost? Do you have delivery or pickup? Or, I mean, where can we find this yummy
absolutely.
business?
So right now I have 2 options.
Okay.
I do custom orders. I
Okay.
do all my custom orders, and it's porch pickup.
Okay.
And I'm over on like the Gilbo, Bandera,
Okay.
1604 area. And so I have a full-size refrigerator on my porch.
Okay.
And I have a stand where I put my breads for pickup. And so what I do is on Monday mornings, I typically on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, I'll put out there that my pre-ordering window's open.
Uh-huh.
And I take orders and I close on Thursday at noon.
Okay.
Because I gotta go get produce. I gotta know what I'm doing. I juice, I start the process for the breads, and then everything is ready first thing Saturday morning.
Okay.
I message everybody and I'll let you know, hey, your order's ready. You come whenever. I mean,
Okay.
it's there on the porch. If it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night, they come. Everybody comes, grabs, everything's labeled, everything has their name. I have a nice fan out there. I try to make it as comfortable and convenient as possible.
And your neighbors are all cool with this?
Yeah, they're cool with it. They probably think I'm doing something else illegal, but all these cars coming by to pick up. But no, they come, pick up, and go. And I'm probably in the house baking for the next day.
Sure.
Because then that's the second option. If they didn't come pick up or do a custom order, I'm preparing for the market that we do over on 900 Nolan Street.
I saw that.
The Dignity area over there by Alamo Dome. Oh my God, that is such a trendy little community. I've fallen in love with the people there. Typically, it's the locals that come with their dogs, and they come off their animals, and they come pick up their weekly bread and stuff. But we have a lot of vendors out there. It's small. Don't get me wrong. It's not like your bigger markets, but we're growing it.
Okay.
And there's a lot of great vendors out there. But people then can pick up there. The only thing about that is I only take like 3 flavors.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm going to sell.
Right.
And this bread, obviously, it's not going to last forever.
Correct.
So I need it to sell that day.
Right. We don't want to have
And
waste.
so I usually take about 30 loaves to the market. And I'll always take jalapeno cheddar. I always take cranberry walnut. And I'll do a classic. Or I may leave cranberry
What's a
walnut.
classic? These are classics.
Classic is just your like plain.
Oh, plain
yeah,
Jane.
like
Okay.
plain Jane. I call it my classic.
These are classics in my
But
family.
every now and then I'll leave Mr. Cranberry Walnut at home, and I'll bring cinnamon raisin.
Ooh.
Or recently, one that people absolutely love is the Gouda garlic.
Oh
The Gouda garlic.
my God. Oh yeah.
So we've been bringing Mr. Gouda garlic, and I have been so blessed that we sell out. Usually, it's from 10 to 2 on Sundays.
Okay. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Okay. And we do it every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Okay.
Every now and then I'll post if I'm going to go on vacation or
Yes,
something. I'll
of course,
post that I
I was
won't be
gonna
there, but there's still other great vendors there. But typically we're there every Sunday from 10 to 2, and we typically sell out by 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
so you'll find some other items. We don't take our organic juice shots there because I don't have a refrigerator there. But we'll take cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
We'll take right now what we've been doing, and I have to brag on this item.
Please
because
do.
it's super-
Please do. You have every
I'm not
reason, and we're validating it.
You're
Brag.
validating it.
Yes.
I struggle with this because sugar's bad. Sugar is really bad. But we make an ube cookie, and I didn't know it's a purple yam.
Okay.
It's a purple yam ube cookie, and we do put white chocolate in it with coconut. and it's amazing.
Dynamite.
Yeah, because it's not overly sweet, and those things fly off the shelf. Like in an hour, we're done.
Wow.
So, you can find things like that there.
Do you have samples out, like, for people to sample the stuff?
We
I mean,
used
like,
to.
seems like you don't need to anymore.
Yeah, we did in the beginning when we first joined the market because people didn't know us.
Right.
And we were trying, you got to build trust.
Sure, of course.
And then we stopped because, like I said, in that particular area, it's mainly locals in that community. And every now and then we'll have some people that are traveling that are swing by.
Okay.
But whenever we go somewhere new, like I get invited sometimes to like institutional health, you know, where they want people to come out and bring products. I'll do samples, and I don't sell. I just give samples, and I'll bring little juice shots, for them to try and things like that, and share what the benefits are. But yeah, that's typically how those are the two options. And right now, I do have a website.
Okay,
but I'm still working through some, things. You gotta. There's so much that goes into a website. But
Joey can help you with that.
Right now, I just my hands on the shoulder. Right now, I'm just right now off social media, which is kind of problematic because you got to deal with the whole algorithm stuff.
Yes,
and so sometimes I'll get huge orders because everybody's getting my messages, and then sometimes they're not getting my messages, and it'll slow down a little bit. But I'm on TikTok, and I'm Rita, the organic juicer. Okay. Or maybe I'm the organic juicer Rita. No, I'm Rita, the organic juicer, on TikTok. And then I have my Instagram, which is honeyroots1_ I think, or something like that.
We're going to find it.
Share it with you.
For everybody. Yeah.
And then I did start a Facebook page.
Yes.
And I'm trying to transition because right now everybody follows me under Rita Farias. Garoni.
I saw that too.
That's like where I'm about to hit 5,000. But I'm trying to transition, to my business page, so that I don't overwhelm people that don't want to see that stuff. Yes. So I apologize in advance if you're getting flooded with.
Rita, we have a little celebrity in our studio. Our Joey here, he is known as SA Boy Explorer. And Joey, how many followers?
Oh my God, how many do you have?
Almost 12,000.
Oh,
yeah. He goes all around town, and so I already know he's going to go to the Dignity Market and check everything out. And I'm going to have to go with him and David, his boyfriend.
Oh, so, I'm trying to learn. There's so much. I was not a social media gal, and of course, I was in corporate America, and I was trying to be always professional, and what you share and what you don't share, and. Staying within the rails, right?
Conservative.
Yes, for sure. And now it's like, okay, you got to get out there, and you got.
I mean, this is the way to educate people.
Yes.
Okay, so this is considered. I mean, we ate half of it already, but this is considered a loaf of bread.
That's a mini.
A mini.
That's a mini bread.
And usually, how many? Oh, look at this cute little stuff here. Look at this.
It's a care card. It tells you how to care for the bread.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's the other thing, because people if you get it from the store, it's just going to last in your pantry forever, right? But this bread, another fun fact, if you freeze it, it continues to break down the gluten. The gluten continues to break down in the freezer, so it's even healthier for you coming out of the freezer.
Okay.
And so I will leave half out, and I'll freeze the other half. I'll put a little piece of parchment paper, put it in the freezer. And I take mine from freezer to toaster, and it's just as good. No, I don't thaw. None of that. It is straight into the toaster. This is considered our mini bread, and this is really good for like a couple or a person that maybe lives by themselves, or they're the only ones that eat bread in their family. This works perfect.
Okay, and are they all the same price? I see that the jalapeno cheddar's $8.
All the specialty breads, anything with a flavor in it is considered special. They're all $8. The base. The only one is my plain, my classic. That's $5.
Okay.
And then my regular size.
Okay.
I don't like to call them big because they're they're regular size.
Okay. Yeah.
They're and you kind of get the same amount of slices. They're just larger in diameter.
Okay.
And so, the slices are longer.
Yeah.
Those are 13.
Joey and I picking at 3.
Those are 13, and my classic's 10.
Okay.
And again, we have like 9 different flavors. Every now and then, I'll get somebody ask me to do a specialty bread, and I'm game. I'll try it.
You are, because I noticed on your Facebook, somebody asked you to make like a dill pickle
Yes,
bread or
a
something.
pickle bread.
Pickle bread. And I was like, what?
That
There was another one.
fun.
I can't think
That
of the
was
name of
fun.
it right now, but I'm like, wow.
I've tried a sun-dried tomato
Yes,
and
that's what it
basil.
was.
I've tried basil with parma, fresh
that one
parma,
I saw in there too.
and black pepper.
Mhm.
And then I did a rosemary and parma.
Okay.
So I experiment. And I'll engage. If somebody asks me for it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try.
So do you try it, and if you like it, you will sell it, and if you don't, do you sell it?
Yeah,
Right? 'Cause you need to like your own product.
All of my breads have happened that way. All the
Wow.
ones that are in the menu happen that way. Somebody asked me for cranberry walnut.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. And it flew off the shelf.
What's your favorite one to make?
Favorite one to eat is the jalapeno cheddar, but it's not my favorite one to make.
What's your favorite one to make?
My favorite one to make is probably the Gouda garlic.
Okay.
The texture of it it's really good. Because what you'll learn is that the hydration, like the jalapenos change the hydration of the dough. When I do a cinnamon raisin, the sugar in that will change the hydration, and it could get a little messy.
Yeah. Well, I tasted a little bit of sweetness in the cranberry, right?
The cranberry.
Yeah. So like
there's no
it was
sugar.
I know,
but
it was
on the cranberry.
The crust.
Yeah,
on the crust.
Yeah.
And I was
like, whatever of that sweetness from the cranberry will come out in that.
So we can order through your social media. We can text you, and we'll put this number on because I saw it for the pre-orders. And so we'll put all of that information on there. Okay, we're almost out of time. Okay, you have to come back. We have to try your juices.
Yes, we'll go into.
Is there anything else that you do besides the juices and the breads right now?
Right now is the cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
But the cinnamon rolls are not sourdough. We did do them sourdough in the beginning, but to be honest, I'm gonna just be honest. There's just so much sugar in it. I'm like,
you can't.
It's counter. Yeah. Just make them cinnamon rolls. So now we started just doing them as.
But still, organically is going to be better
than
they're
very clean. They don't have preservatives in it. We just have sugar in it.
So
and our cookies.
Okay. So future, what is next for Honey Roots?
Next for Honey Roots, oh gosh. So we're converting our garage into a micro bakery, and we just bought our commercial oven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
it came from the UK, and so my whole thing is to get into more markets. Because that's kind of what's been restricting me. As I mentioned, the time that it takes to do this, I run out of time. I can't possibly physically make more bread. So now that I have this oven, I can triple my production. And so without compromising the quality of the bread, and I can get into more markets. And so that's my next step, more markets, get my name out there. Because then when I get the following and I get the trust and people know who Honey Roots is, I plan to do more of it through my website, like teaching through the website, being able to sell my recipes through the website.
I'm gonna say somebody's gonna come along at some point. This is just delicious. I'm not doing it. I'm not bragging because you're on the show. It's delicious.
Thank you.
I can see somebody eventually coming here and trying to buy you out and go big or go home. And so that'll be decision.
Well, I've taught a few people that have taken my class, and some just by me, like saying, let me help you out. One gal is selling at the markets. She's selling sourdough and doing very well. I have one lady selling at her church, or she makes it and not sells it, but takes it to the church ladies. Yeah. And she makes it for her church. And people, I love seeing people making the bread because it's like an octopus.
Yes.
It's got,
is
that tentacles?
Yes, whatever.
I don't know what you call it.
Joey.
I don't know how to say a bad word. You're like, Rita, you said something totally different. It spreads.
Yeah.
And to know that the bread is on people's tables is really nice and good for their health.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to do our rapid fire, which
Go
today we are calling, it's going to be easy. It's called the Flow Lightning Hive. Cute. Okay. All right. Favorite San Antonio restaurant?
It used to be Hakala, but they burned down.
I know. I loved Hakala. And now, I don't even find their hot sauce at HEB anymore.
No.
So
now,
about that.
I'm going to go completely right now. It's Luscious Dumpling.
Luscious Dumpling. Have not heard of that. Where's that?
I have to try that. Okay. My wife drives me there, so I don't know. I'm on my phone. I'm not paying attention, but it's
find it.
I-10. There's a K-pot or hot pot or something right next to it that's really popular. Okay. But oh my God. And it's nice on the pocket. It's not super expensive.
We're going to try.
Delicious.
I love dumplings. I love to go to San Francisco and eat dumplings like crazy.
Highly recommend.
Okay. Favorite local event?
Favorite local event?
Because you go to, I mean, or do you just go to the Nolan one? Do you
That's
go to
the
other
only
things?
thing. That's the only thing.
Then
I go
that's
to
the
right
one.
now.
That's your
The
favorite local
Nolan,
event.
Nolan and Pine.
Nolan and Pine. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Coffee. Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Love it. Favorite, we already did this one. Favorite Honey Roots product?
Yeah.
Jalapeno cheddar, right?
Cheddar. Love that one.
And one, this is the last one.
Okay.
One word that describes Honey Roots.
Clean.
I love that. I knew you were going to say it too. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
This was great. Guys, we are really going to share all of this information. This bread is delicious. And it's clean, it's good, and reasonably priced.
Thank you.
And you don't need your bread to last forever and a day.
No.
I
It's
do
a good
that
sign.
about
It's a
the
good
grandkids. And so I mean, this is just delicious. I mean, I do, just because I like warm bread. I'm gonna. You're leaving these for me,
Yes,
right?
those are yours.
Just
Those are
making
yours.
sure. I will fight for them. I want to warm up the jalapeno cheddar because I just can feel it. It's going to be so good.
Yes.
All right, Rita. Well, we're going to close out like we always do.
Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
Absolutely. Some peace, love, bubbles, and honey roots.
Cheers.
Yay, cheers.